Come on, come on.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And yes, 2 hours late, but it's Christmas night. And hopefully you had a wonderful Christmas Day evening. And now it's nighttime, 2 hours after our normal SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. But it's okay. I came here late night just to be here for the late evening, because on the West Coast, it's only 8 p.m. On the East Coast, it's 11 p.m., a little bit late. A lot of you have to go to work in the morning. Some of you don't. And we're going to talk with you who are at work now and who have to go to work in the next 12 hours. You want to have that passive income. You want to have that, shall I say it, that Santa Claus money where he can relax for the whole year and then have to show up for work now. Wouldn't you like that, ladies and gentlemen? Well, how do you start that? Well, you can start tomorrow, not tonight, but tonight you can start getting some of those tools that you need. So, Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. What's next? You know what to do if you want to join that passive income crowd, if you want to be able to wake up when you want, how you want, work hard, play hard. Well, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. It's Takeover 2024 SSN Nation style, and welcome. Stop struggling now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is late night. This is later than we normally run, but it's okay. I did not start at 8:50 p.m. I did not start at 9:50 p.m. It's already 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this will be one for the ages, only because we are going to start you off with the idea. Let's start this off straight. What I mean by that, please smash the like button. That's so the YouTube guys know that somebody might be watching. And if you like what I'm talking about during the course of this live stream, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. I would greatly appreciate that. Now, let's get into it, shall we? First things first, you want to start a business. You can start a business online, and it's very simple. You simply go to your state. You can get an LLC. You can start a C corporation, but a C corporation is more involved. You should get someone that understands how to form a C corporation. All right. LLC, most people have an LLC. Those are easier to form. You can do those almost like right now, because the first thing that you can do is you can go to your Secretary of State website, and on not all 50 states, but probably half, You can search and see if your name's available right now. That's right. And then you can pay online to get your LLC started so you can have something in 24 to 48 hours in half of the states in America. Now, tomorrow, when the IRS opens, you can go online to irs.gov and you can get your EIN number for your business. But before you do that, what can you do tonight? Well, you can go to Opus Virtual Office. Now, you're saying, Eric, what does that mean? Well, ladies and gentlemen, do you want your LLC to use your personal address, your residential address? I would say don't do it. You need to go down and get your own address, commercial zone address, and Opus Virtual Office does that for you. They are in commercial locations. So now you have a business address for your business. Your personal address is separate. That's a good thing because with the lawsuits and everything, you always want to have your personal life and business life separate. So go to Opus Virtual Office and you'll find that they actually give you a business phone number. You can call up the phone company and ask them how much it costs to have a business phone number. And that business phone number will be on 411. First thing, that's a good start. How about a business fax number? That's a great start as well. How about somebody answering your phone call for you under your business name? Hello, this is SSN Lifestyle. How can I help you? Or, hello, your company name. How can I help you? And then they ask for a department, a person, and they say, let me transfer you. Much more professional. Not only that, you know your business would like to have a little credit, right? So what do? You say, I am going to pay $99 per month for Opus Virtual Office. They also get your mail. They also answer your phone, and it's a tax write-off. And they report to the credit bureau, business credit bureau. So this could be one of your first business credit accounts as well. That's just for starters because they get your mail, they can forward it to you. And the bonus, Opus Virtual Office is around the 50 United States. If you need an office, even your own, you pay them a rental fee for office in case you want to meet somebody at the office. They have their receptionist. So once again, it's professional. Just for starters. So that total cost, you could be in business tomorrow at $200 and around $50. You don't give that to me. I'm just saying it's $99 for Opus Virtual Office. You use our code YG1. That's right. We have a promo code where you don't have to pay the admin fee. You'll get that waived. YG is in George, 1 for everybody on podcast. That's right. We make it easy for you, ladies and gentlemen. So you would spend $99 for that. And depending on what state you incorporate, if they allow you to do it online, it could be like Florida, $125. So what would that be? $224. It could be some other states where it might only be like $150. So that'd be $249. Like if in Georgia, for instance, let's say. So you have a couple of options. So for less than $300, you could be in most states incorporated with an EIN number, with an Opus Virtual Office number, with your own phone number and fax number in the next 24 to 48 hours and in business online. Now, some of you would say, hey, Eric, what about this, what you're using here? That's right, StreamYard, ladies and gentlemen. And it can go out. You do have free gets streaming to 2 locations. It could be on YouTube, and then you can pick the others. I mean, if you want to pick like X, if you want to use, it doesn't do Instagram though, but if you want to go to, I can't even remember any other places, but nonetheless, let me think. Where does it go? Facebook also. So you have Facebook page, Facebook groups, goes to those. It can go to a few other social media platforms, LinkedIn and a few others. But if you want to pay, okay, you get some more locations it can go to. But there is a free version with StreamYard. Where can you find these links? Down below in the description is Opus Virtual Office with the promo code YG1. Where can you find the link for StreamYard? Yes, it's down below. Also, get this. StreamYard allows you to record. So you don't have to go live. You can record. And it has a little editor in it. So you can start that way as well. Take your pick, record, edit a little, or go live. You have options. So you don't need an editor to worry about at the first start, right? So far we got you off at the end of the year, starting off great, I hope. Hopefully we got you started so far. Now, that's all you really need. You heard me, right? You go to irs.gov, you get your free EIN number tomorrow. So that's a good thing. Those are two things. What's the third thing you need? Well, it's all about the stock market, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Us here in the SSN Nation, we're part of the top 10% club. What does that mean to you? Well, that means we don't ask you to send us money. That's right. The hard-earned money that you get, no need for courses. Just show up on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. You can ask questions in the chat room. It's the no guru zone here, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. So we help you out. And I'm not the superstar in the house. We have other members who would normally be here when we have our live streams at 8:50 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday it's at 9:10 p.m. They would be here, and they're going to help you with your entrepreneurial or business venture forth. That's right. You heard it here. I run the show here, ladies and gentlemen. And if I can help you, I always lend my services. All right. Rising tide lifts all boats, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. So, next thing, stock market. You got to buy assets instead of liabilities. Now, Christmas is over. You're not going to have any excuses, except when New Year's comes, you're going to have another excuse to spend money on liabilities. Think about right now, how much money have you spent in the last week? If some people are going to say, well, I use my credit card. Some people are going to say I spent $1,000. Some are going to say I spent $2,000. Some are going to say I spent $5,000. Some are going to say I spent $10,000. Some are going to say I spent $20,000. And there's some that are going to say I spent more than that because I might have went out here and bought a car. Right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if somebody tells you for every $1,000 you spent, that you can get $400 a year back for an indefinite amount of time. I know you just went click, right? You said, okay, I just caught this guy here late night. He can't be. I've heard this nonsense on social media before. I know, ladies and gentlemen. But see, it's the SSN Nation. We're different. What we tell you to do, you can go verify yourself with your CPA, with your attorneys, with your financial advisors. And it's simply this. Go look at yieldmaxetfs.com. Okay, I'll repeat for everybody on podcast. Yield Max ETFs with an S at E, LD, MAX, ETF as in Frank, S as in Sam.com. And some of you would go, why did he mention 100 when I saw this over here with SY that says 60%? I could be getting $600 annually for every $1,000 I'm spending. You heard me correctly. And there's something even higher than that. And I'm not even going to get into. It's your job to go do your own due diligence. I just lead you to the water. You have to start thinking about getting assets instead of liabilities just so you feel good. Let's get real. If you think home prices are going to stay the same, if you think cost of living is going to stay anywhere near the same in the next 12 months, you have lost your mind. Jerome Powell, the top 10 percenters, the richest people on the planet, they are poised for the takeover. And what do I mean by that? If 65% of the population is already living paycheck to paycheck, and the wealthy have money, what's going to happen? If the price of just electricity, your property tax, and groceries go up 10%, how many more people will be living paycheck to paycheck? Meanwhile, the people that have disposable income, they're out here buying the assets that you're going to need, meaning the living, the eating, everything you need, they are buying up. So you need to buy into these services that you're going to need, that everybody needs. Electrical, energy services, Dynex, Dynex. Go look them up. All right. I'm giving you the stuff. Where else are you going to get this from? Somebody that's going to tell you, send me $2,500 so I can go look them up yourself, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I always say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, bring your pen, bring some paper, because you should be writing some, ladies and gentlemen. Information can be free, but what's the cost of learning? You got to spend some time on learning. What's the cost? That's the cost, ladies and gentlemen. And then you can start appreciating, damn, I can do whatever I wanted to do if I wouldn't have spent this 10, 20, 30 G's. Think about this. This is pretty extreme, but this is what's happening. We have a man here right now, Brian P. You may see him on a live stream in the future. He has bought 4,000 shares of TSLY. 4,000 shares. This is a stock, ladies and gentlemen. Last month, TSLY, just last month, gave out 61 cents per share. You can do the math. 61 cents times 4,000 means that's over $2,400. Now, let's get real. That to get 4,000 shares is very pricey, but I'm just illustrating. Even if you would have had 2,000 shares, that would have been $1,200 just last month. He's getting another check next month. So while you were out here, for all you who spent 15 grand or more, out here spending that, he spent less than that, and he's collecting. What can I tell you? I'm sorry. You're still not Johnny come lately. You can go do this now. Look who's in the house. Another investor, a super. Thank you so much for being here, and Merry Christmas. Very nice to see you, Mo. And he's not on the screen yet, so we're having a little delay. I can see him. Merry Christmas, E. Merry Christmas to you as well, man. Very nice to see you. And once again, you guys want to come hang out with the superstars? Mo Better's one of the superstars. May 10th through the 15th in the Dominican Republic and Punta Cana, to be more specific, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing the damn thing. May 10th through the 15th, tickets go on sale in about 3 days. And this event has a little bit of music. May 10th, May 11th, May 12th. But then when May 13th comes, oh yes, real estate investing, no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry, and Mo Better. Welcome to the SSN Nation Christmas night edition. He has the icon, which means he's a member of the channel here. Thank you so much for that, Mo. I appreciate your support. He says, Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, Mo. Thank you so much for being here, man. Very nice to see you. And once again, a surprise late night edition. So thank you. I appreciate it. But again, May 10th through the 15th. So let's get to the 13th. We're going to see some projects, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't mean those projects in America. I'm talking about pre-construction projects, new construction. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. Why? Because it's not finished yet. You are going to actually start putting money in because you're making your down payment. And you can start with as low as 10%. So yeah, if you have a $80,000 condo that you find, $8,000 down, not going to be done for 24 years or 24 months. And but we want 20% while you're making those payments over the next 30 months. Not a bad deal. All I can say is whenever we start talking about stock markets, yield max ETFs, we just so happen to start getting blocked. So it looks like we're having a little issue tonight as usual. But nonetheless, once again, really payments, and you had to do, let's just say 30% on 80,000, that's 24,000. So you can divide 24,000 into 30 months. I don't know what that number is going to be, but let's just say it's $800, okay, or $700 a month. At the end of the $700 a month at 30 months, you then put down your 24,000 plus you put down your 8,000 for the 10%. That's 32,000. You owe $48,000. Now you will need credit most likely because you will need financing for the 48,000. What is it? It's going to be in Dominican Republic, Punta Cana. So therefore, it could be 7.5, 8.5%. But the good news is you already put down 40%. Skin's in the game, and you paid 0% interest the whole time, all those years, 2.5 years. That's the key. There was no interest. What better way can you ask? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's your playbook. The Takeover 2024. You want to join the party? Well, May 10th through the 15th. Tickets will be going on sale later this week. And that's what we're going to be going to these projects, talking to realtors, talking to inspectors, talk to our attorneys. That's right. You should have an attorney because everything's in Spanish. But our attorney, Johan Confidante. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You heard me. Johan Confidante, Dominican Republic or Dominican Republic. He'll come up. You can even find him online. In fact, you can search our channel. He's been on our live. And because Mo's in the house, he knows I have Mo's. He's Mo's attorney as well. So since Mo's here tonight, Santa has given all he can do today. And that means we have to chill at the house. And you know what that means? Because our attorney, when we show up, this is what happens. Again, I always have a hard time finding this video, but I'll find it. But I have to show you, this is what happens when we show up, when we see our attorney, Johan Confidante, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of exciting, actually, especially when it's unexpected love when you show up. And once again, I was going to change the name on the video and I didn't. And every week I can't find the video. I have so many videos in this back office right here. It's ridiculous. So I can't find the one that I'm looking for. And Mo, I always tell him, man, I'm going to have to load it up, change the name. And I still never change the name. So we're going to show it here eventually. Let me see if I can find it, though, because this is taking okay, that's not it. It's got to be here somewhere. It's here. It's got to be in my back office. I just played it last week. Okay, well, give me a few minutes, and once again, we'll figure it out. But this is crazy. It always, here we go. No wonder I can never find it. All right, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is in Punta Cana, Johan Confidante's office. We stopped by. Of course, we have to talk business. All right? Like I said, he's my attorney. He's a lot of people's attorneys. What you're supposed to do is if you buy real estate outside of the United States, inside of the real estate, inside the United States, but it's particularly outside the United States, you should have your own attorney look over paperwork. Just because you are well adept at real estate in America, you are not adept at real estate in another country. They have different rules, different laws, different ways of doing things. And even though it's somewhat similar, you still need them because lawyers in the Dominican Republic actually do the closing. So they need to check and see about the title, the property, what's going on. They need to do that. And so you need a competent lawyer like Johan Confidante. And we have another. All right. Glenny Hatchet Cuevas. Don't worry. We have more than one. But Glenny Hatchet Cuevas, she does real estate as well, but she does something else, which is not yours in the Dominican Republic. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. How much does it cost to start a business in the DR? Well, it looks like I'm going to have a little late night YouTube fun and games. Make sure you smash that like button because the YouTube loves those fun and games with us because we give you the real deal. I'm about to show the Johan video, but Glenny Hachi Cuevas does business, ladies and gentlemen. How about you have an LLC in the DR? Now, if you're doing real estate, you don't need an LLC because it's all about business. LLC, you will forego some of your tax benefits as an individual. You don't want to forego a tax benefit as an individual, all right? So you don't have to worry about that. But if you're starting a real business, then you need to see Glenny Hatchet Cuevas. And again, we'll talk about that. You can always hit me up at support at stopstrugglingnow.com or so Johan Confidante. In fact, you know what? I've been talking about Johan Confidante. I'm gonna play this video. All right, and I'm gonna post his info in the chat.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I see it. Yeah. You got it. Got it. Really good, man. Yeah, man. Courtesy of Johan and his team. Yeah. My pleasure. My pleasure. I see it. My pleasure. My pleasure. I see it. Yeah. You got it. Got it. Really good, man. Yeah, man. Courtesy of Johan and his team. Yeah. My lawyer, your lawyer, everyone's lawyer of Punta Cana. My pleasure. My pleasure. I see it. Yeah. You got it. Got it. Really good, man. Yeah, man. Courtesy of Johan and his team. Yeah. My lawyer, your lawyer, everyone's lawyer of Punta Cana. These are the guys, these are the people, these are the staff that make it happen for us. All right. Look at us, y'all. Your lawyer doesn't do this for
1753. There we go. All right. Now, let's get into it some more. What else is down below? Well, your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. If you still have not downloaded those, you need to go down below in the description box, get Webull. They'll give you about 10 or 12, 15, who knows what the holiday special is, shares or fractional shares. Okay. I see right now. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go off cam for a second. We're going to go off cam. All right. Just to let you guys know, I'm going to go off camera. So you just hear my voice because this is getting kind of ridiculous. So anyhow, I am going to go over here and show you the Dow Jones. All-time record high for Dow Jones. Again, if you think this is a mistake, if you think sitting around working for your job only without making your money work for you, that will be a huge mistake going forward. Because the next bull run in the stock market and in the real estate sector is going to make it almost impossible for you to keep up. Already, just so you understand the numbers, if you want to buy a $500,000 house, you better not have hardly any debt, and you need to make $150,000 or more. Now, due to the interest rate right now, you probably need to make $175,000 to $200,000 to qualify. When the interest rate goes down to 4.5 or 5%, then you'll be back closer to $150,000 household income. But if you start approaching that $600,000 house, which a lot of homes could be, you're going to have to be over $200,000 plus. Now, you can start extrapolating real quickly how much you make per week in order to get to $200,000 for 50 weeks. That means you got to start doing something like $5,000 times 50 weeks is 250, right? Now, the bad part, you know you're going to be paying 20 to 25% tax as a W-2. So actually, you won't make it. So that means you have to be somewhere like 6,500 to 7 G's, and you're still not going to make it per week. When you guys, you heard what I just said, 5 G's, right? 5 G's is 20 grand a month. All right? You're getting this, right? So if you think $800,000 homes, $700,000 homes aren't going to happen after this next bull run for the normal citizens, we already have 5, 6, 7, 800, $1 million plus $2 million homes all over the place. But does your household income support $250,000? Because we all know if you're making that kind of money, we know you have expenses. So you're actually going to have to either drop off some of those credit cards, drop off your car notes. You're going to have to drop something off from your expense list in order to get into this house for making $250K if the house is 700 G's. All right, let's get real. Let's get real, ladies and gentlemen. That starts meaning BlackRock, Vanguard, they're going to be out here buying homes. JP Morgan giving some other company $3 billion to go buy homes. This is what you're going to be dealing with. So if you're not out here figuring out how you can make money while you sleep, that's all you should be thinking about for 2024. You shouldn't even be thinking about nothing else. You should be figuring out, hey, I need to cut expenses and I need to get assets. That's all you need to be thinking about, gentlemen. All right. Here it is. S&P 500 closes higher Friday. That was last Friday. Registered longest weekly win streak since 2017. Are you paying attention? And by the way, S&P 500, the all-time high is 4,800. And I don't know, I think it's around 811, I think. But anyhow, 4,800 plus is the all-time high. They're less than 100 points away from all-time high. This broke the record last week for all-time high for the Dow Jones. NASDAQ is 2,000 points away from their all-time high in 2024. Watch for NASDAQ to start creeping up as well. So you tell me, stock market at all-time high. Who is that good for? The people that own corporations and companies. You know who those are? The top 10 percenters. I'm just saying, I'm the messenger. You better join the party. All this other stuff, keep playing around. You're going to get left behind, but it's not going to be your fault. Nobody's going to pay you for a regular job $150,000 a year, $250,000 a year. So that means either you have to create it or you're going to have to figure out a way to get it. How do we get it? We buy real estate. That's no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. So then that way we actually have an asset that we can rent out to bring in additional revenue. But the two things is you have an asset. So if you can't rent it out, fine, turns into a liability. But at least you started off with an asset that you planned on renting out. That's the first thing. Second thing, you put your money into something, dividends that give you a return on your investment, whether it's 10%, 15%, 25%, and you don't have to do anything else, but you can put a little bit money in every month. At least you know you're building dividends and money are coming back to you for every dollar you're putting out. This Christmas season, how much money did you put out that's going to give you a return? Most of the time, people are going to say zero. Cars, TVs, clothes, toys. Unless you have a YouTube or social media platform where this is something that you can use to promote your channel, then you're not going to get anything back. So think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Which side of this coin do you want to be on? Because I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, I think this is dire. I've been telling everybody here in the SSN Nation, it's dire. When this next bull run occurs for the real estate and the stock market, I've already repeated this, you're going to be left behind if you don't have a vehicle that you can increase your earnings by 10 to 20%. You're going to be way left behind. And only the rich are going to get richer because they're going to be the only ones that can buy the assets. All right? Keep that in mind. Now, there's something that I've been paying attention to that I'm not a big believer of. I got people that I've seen on YouTube this past week because it's the holidays talking about buying watches, Rolex and Richard Mille and Patek Philippe and APs and Rolex, and it's an investment. I'm just like, do not fall for these cheap tricks, ladies and gentlemen. Please, just because you show up with an AP, if anybody's even wearing watches, does not mean a thing. Because I can tell you right now, for every person that can show up with one, there's another person that can go down to LA, New York, any major city and rent one. Just like you can rent one of them foreign vehicles that cost $200,000-$300,000. That means absolutely nothing. In fact, I call those liabilities. Do not be fooled by, hey, I have to go get a nice suit. I have to have nice watch, or I got to have nice jewelry. If you pay attention, top 10 percenters don't give a damn about jewelry. I'm just saying. All right. So keep these things in mind. Don't let people put you on the wrong prize. These people out here spending $30, $40, $50, $100, $200,000 for cars and jewelry and watches. You understand what I just said. For every $1,000, you can get $600 back annually. They can buy it because they already have $20,000, $30,000 per month coming back. But you, who's watching this channel, I'm just saying, think about somebody spending $100,000 and they're giving up potentially $6,000 per month. Potentially for the next 3, 4, 5 years. All right. Think about this. You would tell them, are you crazy? Even if you said, hey, man, I spent 100,000, I'm getting 30,000 this year. You would turn to them and be like, you're going to go buy this thing. You can get $30,000 a year sitting on your ass. Seriously? Yeah. Seriously, you're going to go buy that. Okay, great. Showtime, showboat, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to sit here quietly and collect my 30 G's a year. Hopefully you guys understand. Do not keep staying in this matrix. All right? Now, that's my last speech for the evening. It's a pop-up late night. Merry Christmas to all, because, you know, it's rough out here. A lot of pressure. People look at you and you're pressurized by the way people perceive you. Well, let me put it to you another way. I just have to say, this is important. If you are pressurized by the way people perceive you, then I suggest you think of, once they see you and once you leave their presence and once you are gone, only your best of friends care about you. Everybody else, they ain't coming to save you. All right? When you have hard times, there's only a limited amount of people that's coming to save your ass. So unless those are the people coming to save my ass, I don't give a frick about whatever they think, nor do I care, because you are on a mission, ladies and gentlemen, and your mission is based on you. And somebody else's interference is just that. So this is my late night Christmas chat. So hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen, where it's the Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And on Wednesday night, unfortunately, you're going to have to be like Mo with the icon next to his name. Because on Wednesday night, only members with the icon can be in the chat room. No problems. And again, I like the interference. Even on late night, we have YouTube interference. But don't worry, guys. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Stay tuned. And on Wednesday, we got to start talking about InstaVid AI. That's right. We also have other things that you can put your money into. How about a startup? How about equity? How about, did you hear what I said? Equity. What does equity mean? Maybe you're new. Maybe you don't know what equity means. This is what equity means. Let's say I'm starting a business. And let's just say you're my boys. We started this business together. And we say, hey, each of us have 30%, and there's three of us, 33 and a third. Profits come in. We each put up $33,000. Profits come in of $100,000. And because that's our profit, we each got $33,000. That is what's so beautiful about it. And next month, let's just say we got another $100,000 profit. But in this case, 50,000 of it went to reinvesting in the business. But that left $50,000 left. And we said, put 25,000 over here just for marketing or whatever. And that left 25 G's. So then we each got 7 G's. Equity. Now, wouldn't you like to be in a company where you get equity? Search the channel, ladies and gentlemen. InstaVid AI with our friend Oscar. Go check it out. You have an opportunity. It just came out. Now, on some previous videos, I talk about the Mr. Wonderful deal. It's what he only a limited time only. As soon as he gets to a certain level, that's right, we're talking about money, but as soon as he gets to a certain level, everybody else who comes in, they're going to be on the regular old deal. All you have is a share, so to speak. You don't have equity. Where there's revenue and profits, they get none of that. unless the company says, yeah, we want to send out some dividends. But the equity positions get paid back first. Yeah, that's right. SSN Nation deal only, ladies and gentlemen. That's why if you send Oscar some information, you have to go info@instavid AI. In fact, I'll put this here just for a Christmas present. instavidai.com. Looks like now I got to go to LA prematurely for business. Once again, takeover 2024 going down. I put in the chat room and it didn't. What's happening here? info@instavidai.com. Put in send Oscar a message. Send him in the subject line, SSN Nation, in the subject line. Tell him you want to be a part of InstaVid AI. If you're not, go to instavidai.com, sign up under the free link so you can be a beta tester. So you'll see what this is all about. And you might want to search the channel for InstaVid AI when Oscar came on 3 times in the last month, and we discussed this. So go check that out. And yes, Takeover 2024 by SSN Nation worldwide. I have to go to LA because something just came up. I got to go down here to go talk to somebody probably in the next 2 weeks because I plan on my takeover bid starting May 10th to the 15th. And before that, actually, but May 10th to the 15th is when we're going to be showboating down there. So I need an artist, and that's where he's at in LA in May. So we'll see. Well, with all that said, this is short and sweet. Thank you, everybody who's watching this, but please make sure you smash that like button. And if you like to subscribe, please do so. Click that all notification bell and make sure you join us on the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. And I might even throw in an afternoon. I just haven't figured out what day yet. So the other part to this equation is don't miss any other channels, any other videos that come out, and look for, please sign up down below at the very bottom of the description box is our email. Don't worry. I usually send out an email when we do live streams. I send out an email when we do regular videos or anything special. I just don't send out emails all the time, only when there's something happening such as videos so far or some news, but it's rarely that we have any news that you would not know about because you hopefully would have watched the live streams. So once again, that would be very helpful because again, YouTube, even though we have 15,000 subscribers, somehow they only send out less than 2,000 notifications. You heard me, less than 2,000 notifications. That's it. So the other 13,000 people don't even know we're on right now. Just to give you an idea. Sorry, but it's hard out here, ladies and gentlemen. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Subscribe and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And like I said, you guys know it's hard out here. Don't smile because the cost of living is not going to go lower. It's going to go higher no matter who the president of the United States is. So just keep that in mind. Everything has already been put in stone. When you have people putting in 7, 8, 9, 10, $15 billion over the last 7 years, that means inflation. You can't stop it. Somebody can, and let's see who that person's going to be. But you know what? Better to figure out you don't have to be concerned when you have money coming in. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Stay strong. Be safe, because a lot of things are going to happen over the next year to 2 years. But we want you to be financially secure while you're going through whatever it is on the good side. We don't want you on the bad side. So stay tuned. Please come join us. And if you like what we're talking about, like I said, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. And with all that said, make sure you stay safe out here, because you never know what somebody's thinking. Let's get real. And you don't know, people are under stress. They are under holiday. Sometimes during the holidays, some people are depressed. You just never know what's going on in someone's head. So keep a level head. Make sure you stay safe. And above all, keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.